All right, we got our first person who actually commented. It's got Felix there. So save the chickens.
There we go.
I don't even know where that
sense, actually.
Did you see the size of that chicken?
Did that come from YouTube or did that come from Twitch?
This is a YouTube.
YouTube.
Okay.
YouTube icon.
All right, everybody, welcome to the first live stream, Backdoors and Breaches. I mean, second. We did that one a couple months ago, and then
We don't like to think about
figure it
that.
out. Yeah, we don't talk about that one. But we're here today. My name is BanjoCrashland. Well, that's not my real name. Like, if my parents gave me BanjoCrashland, that would have been awkward.
Awesome.
They gave you all the letters you needed for that to happen.
Your dad was Dylan, wasn't it?
Great start. All right, so we're going to play Backdoors and Breaches today live here on the internet because that's how people do things these days. No one can just play with each other. They have to live stream, and we're going to do the same. And what we hope is that you watch us play, and you're like, oh, that's how you play Backdoors and Breaches. I bought this deck from you all like 6 months ago, and it's just been sitting on my desk, and I didn't know what all the colors meant. And so, cool, I can play now. So we're going to play Backdoors and Breaches. So let me introduce everybody here. We got Kadawi. Kadawi, say hi.
Hi.
And Ryan's going to hit the button and show people. We got Ralph. Ralph is here, too.
Hi.
Thank you, Ralph.
Doesn't that sound exciting when you say it like that?
Jeez. We got Richard, who made the HTML version that we use quite often. In fact, I use it almost exclusively for demoing this game with others. So Richard, thanks for being here today. We get Slegna. He's got the smoothest, buttery voice in the entire land.
Don't oversell it.
Don't need to. It sells itself.
Don't need to.
We got Maril here, who SheWhoHacks. Thanks for being here today. And she does Incident Master Backdoors and Breaches, and I've heard about her being an Incident Master, but I haven't actually seen her, so we're going to have her be an Incident Master in the near future. So I'm excited to have her here today. Yeah. And we got Blake with us today. He's never played. So for him, he's like, I don't know what we're doing.
Gotta learn today.
And
So we're going to put him in charge.
Yeah,
Right.
he's actually leading this.
Yes, Blake, you're in charge. Of
How do you think the
incident.
game should be played? It's the Calvin Ball of incident response games. So
And then we got John Strand here with us today. John, what is your role here today?
I've got no place else to go. I don't know. I'm just here to explain cards and take the blame when things go sideways. So
All right, so Ryan, go ahead and bring up the board for us, nice and big, so that we can see it. This is the Tabletop Simulator version. It's available on Steam. You actually have to buy like Tabletop Simulator, but then you can get Backdoors and Breaches for free. And once I saw what Tabletop Simulator could do, I was like, wait, you can play Dungeons and Dragons, and you can play BattleTech, and you can play this, and you can play I think it's Cards Against Humanity. They have an amazing Cards Against Humanity set, totally free. So if you get Steam, you can download Tabletop Simulator, and you can get this along with a bunch of other stuff. But what we're going to do right now is talk about the incident. So what's going to happen is I'm going to explain an incident, or at least give some clues to a potential incident that has happened. And then our defenders / incident handlers are going to have 10 turns to try to figure out my 4 cards. The 4 cards that we have are the initial compromise, how the attackers initially got into the organization. How did they maintain persistence so that they can come back, or in case they get, if you try to kick them out, they stick around. We got the pivot and escalate card, how they moved laterally and escalate privileges. And then we have the C2 and exfiltration card. How did they maintain command and control and exfiltrate data? And so with that, they're going to have 10 turns to try to figure out our 4 cards. Now, they're going to do that by using procedure cards. Now, the ones in the blue outlines are considered, I'm going to use air quotes here, written procedures inside the organization. They're going to get a +3 modifier for all dice rolls for the written procedures. Now, they can use these other procedures up here, like server analysis and user and FTP. And if they need me to, I can always zoom in on these procedures like this. And so if they're like, what is that one in the top right-hand corner? I can always zoom in on the card so that you can see. We have a new card called Call a Consultant. We have a new card called Cyber Deception. And then we have Endpoint Analysis. Not a new card, but it's okay.
Memory analysis is new.
Yeah, memory analysis new. That is true. And if they call a consultant today, we can talk about what that is. But I don't know. They may not want to call a consultant. That's up to them.
No, we're definitely for that.
All right. So are you ready for your scenario today?
Yes.
Yes.
Go for it.
Okay.
Yeah, let's see it.
Yeah.
Ruin our
Hear
day.
Yeah.
Gonna ruin my day.
All right, so here we go. Here is what has happened. Your incident for today is this. You got an email from your HVAC provider. Your HVAC provider sent an email to your organization and said, just want to let you know, we were compromised. And as part of our disclosure policy, we're letting you know, our trusted, valuable customer, know that we had a compromise of our computer networks. And after doing some forensic analysis, it was pretty bad. And so we wanted to let you know that we know we were compromised. And so there you go.
So
that is
in other words, this
is all you got to go on.
HVAC must be getting hot in
So
here.
in this particular scenario, they're another target. I get it. Okay, good. Got it.
Maybe Home Depot. You never know.
Surely
so-
it's segmented from point of sales.
Yeah, so what would you like to do first to try to solve this incident? And is it an incident? We don't know.
We want a net flow of that thing.
Just
that flow is good.
Right to it.
But here's my rationale.
Although,
I want to know if any data has left the environment. We want to know if anything bad has truly happened yet. We'll work our way backwards.
I dig the
This is why we pay the threat hunting
I
team.
like it.
NetFlow is good. It's not one of our +3. Firewall log will probably get us similar information, and it gets us a +3. We could benefit from the additional modifier there.
I guarantee you it will not give us similar information.
Oh, here we go.
100%.
This is core
Here we go.
V2. This is core
This is it.
V2.
This is it. So why? So why would you not get the same information off of a firewall as you would something like Zeek for the listeners, for the people?
I'm talking in context of the game. I know we have to use this card.
Actually,
But another reason might be if your firewall logs aren't actually going anywhere, or if you don't have that set up. It also might be tracking ingress traffic, but not egress. So if you're really looking to see if data exfil happened, if you're truly looking to see if someone used a port or used something else to get something out of your environment, then this is honestly a pretty good strategy. Because right now we don't know if we have an incident or an event or a breach. We could have any of the things. We don't
I
know.
dig that. That's
We don't even know if we're affected yet.
it's true.
Yeah, so we should just find out.
All right.
Agreed.
So
let's do it.
So it sounds like we have a consensus for the Rita card.
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, so we're going to move into the dice roll. By a show of hands, well, actually, I can't see any hands. Do you want me to roll the purple dice or the orange dice?
Orange.
I heard. All right,
I
okay,
was
so
gonna
here we
say
go.
purple.
A reminder, a 1 through 10 is an unsuccessful attempt, and 11 through 20 is a successful attempt at using Rita. So I'm going to roll the dice here, and we have a 10.
Nice.
That was not one of the cards we have a modifier for.
my mom
so-
failed you all again.
I know. And it always hurts me to have
Every
Rita
time.
fail
Yeah.
in front of John. In front of John. Just kind of wish that happened somewhere else. But could someone give me a reason why Rita would potentially be unsuccessful at this time? Because remember, it's not about forever. It's just about at this time.
Yeah.
So why would Rita be unsuccessful?
So
at
I
this
think
time?
that Rita would probably have been unsuccessful because, as we learned, the vendor had a compromise. The vendor says, hey, we're letting you know that we've been compromised as we do business. Now, it doesn't mean that we, the business partner, have been compromised, right? And Rita is analyzing the data most times inside our network, our east to west traffic. And so if that entry point from our HVAC vendor somehow doesn't come into our network or doesn't demarc into an area that can get inside our network, Rita wouldn't maybe be able to see that information because that point of access hasn't crossed into our internal traffic flow.
Well said.
Yeah,
I agree with that.
Sounded very smart. Very, very smart. All right. So what would you like to do next? That is turn 1. Rita, you still have 4 cards to reveal.
Well, I mean, if we were sort of looking at firewall log review, maybe as a backup to the Rita NetFlow, we get the +3 modifier as well. So it's something that we've already done, or at least in terms of an established procedure. We can look at outside traffic.
do that.
Yeah. At this point, I would say that's a pretty good call.
I would agree. We don't have anywhere else to pinpoint in and look.
Also, for the people spectating and watching on Twitch and YouTube, feel free to throw in your own comments and what you think the team should do, because we're reading those as well. All right, so we got Firewall log review. Which dice should I pick? Yellow.
Purple dice.
Purple dice. All right.
That orange dice is a piece of.
So you got a +3 modifier for this one. And we have a 10 with the +3 modifier because it's an established procedure in the organization. So
Thank God this game.
I know.
God, it's so good whenever people actually successfully roll things.
All right. So what you were able to reveal is that traffic signaling is happening inside your environment. The attackers use specific fields and TCP/IP packets to activate their backdoor.
This is a weird technique that Miter had listed that is old and new. But yeah, we've seen a number of different backdoors that have actually used various TCP/IP header fields, from like IP options as an exfiltration or IP ID. So it's an extreme kind of covert channel communication method that you see in some packets. So that's
it's also one of the new cards.
It is a new card.
We debated for quite some time, was this a form of persistence or is this a form of C2? And we finally settled on it was a form of C2. That was successful. You now have 2 turns left for Rita. I don't know how to pivot cards properly. Yeah.
It's like watching a teenager park, man.
Okay, do we want to call a consultant so we get some pluses and modifiers going on in here? Because we're in security and we want to stack the odds in our favor.
Oh, that's a good point.
It's pizza.
Yeah.
It's always pizza.
Yeah, are we
Always
paying for
pizza.
professional services? This is something we have to pay for. Like,
well, it's
They're
one of
on
those, so
retainer.
you actually do have a bit of a payment, because like this turn would still count as a turn. You don't get anything out of it. But if you win that card, then it pays off later on in the game quite a bit, actually. Okay. So, and I agree with Dunderscore Q, Thai food, absolutely. So it's one of those things. Do we want to skip a turn to get that consultant in at this point, or do we want to just keep going? So there is a little bit of a cost to it.
It's an interesting thought. We have been breached. We found C2. So do we want to investigate potentially where that traffic is going first, or just go straight to a consultant? Guess it depends on what our policy says. We have confirmed breach, so maybe we very well would immediately call our consultant, get our IR team on the line.
Kevin's telling you all in YouTube. He's just basically saying wing it and keep going. And Ox Machina is saying taquitos, and I think they're a horrible individual for saying taquitos. IR food. That's quite possibly the worst IR food ever. So.
Yeah.
To kind of play on the side of the consultant, so the consultants, having seen them already, they do add something to the rest of the game. Most of them offer like a plus modifier, so that could pay off in subsequent rolls where you like our first turn where it was kind of on the fence whether or not we would have received that or not. And there are a couple of consultants that might just reveal one or more of the attack cards instantly. I think it might be worth it to invest in a turn now early. Come turn 7, we might not be wanting to commit a turn if we only have like 2 or 3 turns left. So
plus, contextually, you would want to, if you did have any vendors that you would need to call in at this point, like your MSSP or your IR firm or whatever, this would be the point where you loop them in, because you want to know now, are you providing value in this investigation, or did I do your job for you? Because those contracts are coming up for renewal.
Just now.
Yep. And you got to burn through that. You got to burn through that retainer money anyway, right? So
yeah,
that's right.
Do it early.
Yeah, we're paying for them. Do it.
We get a modifier to it. I say we go for it, because if we could get a +5 or a +3, that might save our bacon.
Yeah.
All right. So we have a call a consultant. So purple die or orange die?
Why is this the hardest decision in the game?
I'm gonna go with the purple die.
The purple die has been holding.
Purple die. All right. So we're gonna call a consultant. This is turn number 3. You've revealed 1 card so far. It's a C2 card. All right. We're gonna purple.
Ice Shadow.
We have.
I'm so nervous.
We have a 6.
Ooh.
It had a +3, and
Even with the +3.
Yeah,
Really?
6 plus 3.
So-
That's a 9.
So we got to pick a consultant that was too busy. I'm gonna go with Robert M. Lee. He was too busy grooming his beard. 'Cause the beard is fantastic. So,
It always happens. You can never get them on the phone when you need them.
yeah, there you go. There you go.
And so, if you don't know, if you play as the incident master, you normally ask this question after something hasn't been successful. You say, "Can you give me a reason why this was unsuccessful?" So that way, the team will generally go like, "Well, because of this or because of this." And if you come up with a really good reason why it's unsuccessful, then that's a potential finding that you can then use to, improve the security inside your organization. But since we don't know each other, we don't all work on the same organization. We're just winging it.
Wing it.
Yep.
Winging it. All right, so it's turn 4. You have 3 cards to reveal. Call a consultant did not work out. You can try again in 3 turns. Rita's back up in 1. You got Firewall in 2. What would you like to do now?
What does anybody think about looking at our SIME analytics?
What?
First things
That's the
first.
first time
Sign?
Time.
So you got the sim, the seam.
Sim, the sim.
From now on, I will refer to it as sign.
I've always wondered if it's sim or seam, and Blake won. It's now from here forth. It's sime.
Sime.
It's the only
The
way.
J is silent.
Yeah, pissing off everybody, pissing off everyone in the industry is the only right answer. It's like GIF and GIF. Well, I call it a GIF.
It's a SEAM, exactly.
How about looking at our
I see them all the time.
Damn. Okay.
So, Sime it is.
Simon says it is.
My name is Sime.
So,
That's awesome.
our firewall logs did, identify exfil. Where was it exfiltrating from? Should we go take a look there?
Yeah, I was going to say endpoint or UVA.
Yeah.
Because if we know there's a problem, my next thought process would be, where is the problem coming from? I don't necessarily need to aggregate all the IOCs yet. I want to know where it's coming from and take that host offline.
I think
What are
that's
the
very
other-
good. I kind of agree with that. Either
My thought
endpoint
process
or
was having a larger collection of logs in the tool that I cannot pronounce.
Yeah, that's right.
And-
Blake coming back with the logic.
And
the tool
That
that shall
is
not be named.
also good too.
looking
Exhaust
for
all of your
further
acronyms.
correlation and determining, do we need to go to endpoint? Do we need to go to workstation? Do we need to go to server? And help us identify that. That was my thought process. So, but it's a groomed census.
I don't know.
I would
feel
want to
like
stop the hemorrhaging first. I
feel
want to
like this is-
find out where they are, shut them down, shut down their sessions, and then investigate what happened and how it happened.
Yeah,
This is like the lamest geek rap battle of all time. This is amazing. This is so
Let's
good.
go with it. Let's roll the dice.
On which one, endpoint or UEBA?
What are our other +3?
We get +3 on endpoint.
Bonus to endpoint.
Yeah, we get +3 on
I think
endpoint
endpoint-
and
that's-
cyber deception.
Is better than UEBA.
And endpoint security protection. We're
Yeah.
Yes,
kind
now-
of got 2 endpoint.
EDR.
I should probably clarify for people that are new. There's a difference between endpoint analysis and endpoint protection analysis. Endpoint analysis is where you're doing live forensics. You're doing triage. You're going run some PowerShell commands, some command line commands, netstat -NAOB, and all those. And the endpoint protection analysis is where you're reviewing the logs from the endpoint, like endpoint EDR, AV, things like that. That's the difference between those two cards.
If we suspect that we've been infiltrated at some point, we would definitely want to take a look at what could potentially be affected. So, I mean, I would say one of the 2 endpoint type of examinations is probably would at least see if there's anything lingering.
Endpoint analysis.
Yep.
I'm starting to think that.
Yeah, the live.
I agree.
Endpoint analysis. Fantastic.
Do it.
Endpoint analysis.
WMI.
And we get
process
+3
where-
too.
By the way, I did love the comment. Someone said they were able to detect traffic signaling just from firewall logs. Best firewall logs in history. So that's true.
That would be a fact.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's a myth.
Never seen
was-
that, but sure.
that was a
that's-
mistake by the incident master.
Which dice are we not mad at?
All right,
Yeah,
orange
they've
or
only let us
purple.
down once.
Let me use this one.
No.
So
Back to
orange.
orange.
Perfect 20.
Back to orange. Do it.
You rolled a
Alright,
20
good.
again.
We got a 12.
Yeah.
Plus
All
3.
right.
Got it.
Score 1 for the defenders.
All right.
12 plus 3. And
Not
that
today,
reveals
Not
that
today.
I will show you the persistence card.
Woo-hoo!
You detect
nice.
that new users.
Added a new user.
Oh.
That's terrible. That's terrible.
That's a bad day.
You never talk to Tom in accounting? There is no Tom in accounting. Yes, there is. He emails me all the time.
Tom in
He's emailed-
accounting, the guy that puts in the request for all the new user accounts yesterday. That Tom, you know Tom.
Tom. Yeah, Tom.
Yeah.
He also asks for bank wire information. I'm not sure what's going on, but he seems nice.
Tom, the
Okay,
guy
so
that
we
I
find the
sent
new
the
user
financial
And we
records to.
shut that down.
Yeah.
We shut that user down.
Yeah. People were asking, Dunderscore said, what about HIDs? Endpoint protection analysis would fall underneath HIDs. It would be the same thing. Your host-based intrusion detection system, EDR, XEDR, AV, AVNG, and next-gen antivirus would all fall under that exact same card. But even though we have vendors that are
Acronym
like,
soup.
oh, it's just the vendors coming up with new things. It's like, it's not AV, it's EDR, next-gen AV. We got to trademark something new here. So
It's next gen EDR with blockchain technology.
Everything I do is next gen now. I'm like, this is a next gen payload.
So just kind of thinking about this right now. So now that we know that there's a new user here, I feel like user and entity behavior analytics kind of a nice little
Kind of a next step.
kind of a next step. We know that there's a user out there that wasn't there before.
Argue with
Maybe
that.
see if we.
I like how Richard. I
any
like how you're
activity.
chaining things. I like how you're you're Sherlock Holmesing this based on this evidence. It should lead us to this next thing. Logically speaking. Well,
And it's also very useful at getting pivot and escalate.
Yeah. You're on to me. But yeah, I mean, it does make a lot of sense, though.
It does.
Although we don't get the modifier, so it is a risk.
Log on tracer for the win.
It's a risk.
this card sucks, and it sucks for the reason that there are no good open source UEBA solutions out there. It's so sad. We need more open source UEBA.
Now, this card does have deep blue CLI on it, so if you had a consultant such as Eric Conrad, then you would get a +3 modifier.
+3 modifier if that role.
We are
would
mad
work.
at the consultants right now.
Yeah, we're mad at the consultant.
We don't
The
need them.
consultant brought
So-
pizza, and it should have been sandwiches. And we all know that.
So we went wrong with the taquitos, didn't we? It was the taquitos. That's why Eric Conrad's not.
You brought taquitos to the IR meeting, and now we never want to talk to you again.
Yeah.
All right, so do I have a consensus for UEBA? Is that what we were saying?
Yeah. Still early.
Have a not consensus.
Purple or orange? Purple or orange? It's a new T-shirt idea.
What did we roll last time?
Orange was
gotta be
what we hit
orange.
last time. So yeah, let's go again. Don't let me down.
I only now.
1.
I believe it's time, Jason.
All right, everybody. So here's what happens if you roll a 1. First of all, UEBA was unsuccessful at this time.
That hurts.
And so
No, it's
you
not.
are not able to
Doesn't make
use
sense.
UEBA.
No.
No.
Go figure. The UEB solution didn't work again.
And I'm going to shuffle these cards here. And now I'm going to pull an inject card. Let's go ahead over here. And let's see what it is.
Oh boy.
It was a pen test.
Attackers taunt you.
Oh, bring that up
All
closer.
right.
Enhance.
The attacker calls out the security team via message to every system on the network. The attackers use message command to send a pop-up to incident responders. Shall we play a game?
They sent it as Tom.
This came from Dave Hull, and just so you know, this literally happened to Dave Hull. So, let's talk about how this makes us feel. How does that?
Yeah, what do you want to do with that?
Happy?
Bad.
Well, I'm getting a lot of phone calls, so I'm not feeling great.
Yeah.
It makes me angry.
Hey, did you guys just see that message on your computer? No, missed that one. No, I actually didn't see anything.
It's just been you.
Everybody close your pop-ups on our system. Nobody read it.
Not a mass reboot.
It's like the person who goes and buys all the magazines to make sure that their story doesn't get into it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's play a game with the attacker now. Let's do cyber deception and put up some honeyports.
I'm sorry.
Oh, we're going to pull the cyber deception card.
I'm liking that.
I like it.
Can we read that card? Can we read it?
Yep.
The cyber deception card?
Yeah, we're going to canary token this
It is
expo
new.
data.
It's not just a honeypot. It's not a honeypot. It's canary tokens, honey badger. It's honey docks and honey tables. Doing it right.
Let's do it.
I'm gonna get back on the sim theme,
Oh.
sim train. And say time. I can't even say it wrong correctly.
It's the sign of time.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say we should do that because at this point I want to correlate all the IOCs and hunt these jerks down.
Dang.
Yeah,
And you're going to go for the lower probability on that too. That's gutsy.
Call everyone in. We're bringing in everybody.
It's also really good at revealing initial
This is what I was talking about.
I think either of those sounds good to me. I think that the cyber deception will probably be better suited to try to reveal the pivot. I'm wanting to, but either I think this SIME is a pretty good call for IC. We haven't a clue on IC, so either of those sounds good to me.
I don't know how the cyber deception card works with the attack cards. I haven't seen the new attack cards yet, but contextually for me, I feel like that's more of a pre-attack, like a before measure. Like we're hoping they went after the honeypots and not real infrastructure. But at this point, we already know they've gotten in. So rather than try and use like a deterrative or preventative measure, we should just be hunting them down and kicking them.
We could tailor the deception though to the attackers. We have them in the logs. We know what they're going after. We can tailor our deception campaign to reveal them.
And I think that somebody said it earlier. Deception isn't going to be real good at telling you initial access, but it may be able to tell you exactly what was going on with pivot and escalate. So it's kind of what you want to do. You got to call your shot and pool. Are you going after the initial attack and compromise? Well, then you want to look at what card would best suit that. If you're going after pivot and escalate, then deception would be a really good card for that. So it's all calling your shot and where you want to go from here.
I would say that endpoint security protection analysis would also be really good at revealing pivot.
I agree. I mean, we're paying for AV and
we get a bonus for it.
And it only flips over one card. Yeah, that's true. You get a bonus. I like that.
We get a bonus for cyber deception as well.
Phoenix Echo brought up, aren't cyber deception tools generally deployed before the attacker? That is absolutely true. But as far as what things we look at, how we interact, all of these things would be deployed before the incident occurred. We're talking about which of these things would you analyze as far as the incident. So hopefully that clarifies as well.
Yeah, we found you would deploy some interesting files or other things like that, or make a user account that's very juicy, and as soon as they get access, so
exactly. So what do we want to go for? I think that we got a couple options. That the deception is good for persistence, and I think that endpoint analysis is good for initial attack and compromise. I think honestly, you got some options on the table.
I'm going to say we go endpoint security protection analysis for the pivot card.
I second that.
Let's do it.
All right. To endpoint
but I'm not picking a die because I'm mad at them.
We're learning
these
not to
dies are
argue.
all over the place.
We don't argue with
Can't go lower than
SheWhoHacks.
one.
I know, do you think it got the one out of its system?
Yeah.
Do you think it'll play it?
Yeah.
We're going to bounce
hope
back.
so.
We need to go orange again.
If it ones again, so help me, I quit. I quit security.
I'm hoping
All right,
it's
let's
a pen
go.
test. That would be so awesome. It was all just a pen test by a really bad firm.
All a pen test.
All right. Endpoint security protection analysis using the orange dice. Here we go.
+3 modifier. No whammies.
Oh, man.
This is just
Can we get rid of those lower numbers?
Is it bad?
No whammy.
All right. Can someone give me a reason why endpoint security protection analysis may fail at this time or may be unsuccessful at
Because
this
we
time?
changed the strings in our code and the signatures didn't pick up power.
There you go.
Or it was so noisy with its alerts that we all put a filter on
or
them.
we
and sent
exceeded
them
our
to
our
spam.
SIM license and we dropped logs on the floor.
Like how he said that disdain, like it dripped from his tongue. Ew, we called it a sin.
If I was taking away like notes, I'm like, wow, that's a lot of things we need to fix.
Dunderscore said because syslog was not intended for security. I think that's debatable, but wow, just going right into it.
Just hard.
I can tell that Dunderscore is old, by the way. Because all the young...
All right, we are on turn number... You have 4 turns left, 2 cards.
Oh my god.
We still don't know if this has anything to do with the HVAC provider sending you an email. Like, you got 4 turns, 2 cards. What are you going to do next?
Can we look at our available options on the top row again, please?
We got server analysis. SIEM log analysis. Or SIEM?
SIEM?
SIEM. SIEM. Crisis management. Memory analysis. Isolation. And network threat hunting.
Like crisis management. Crisis management. We're all going to be unemployed. Let's roll that so we find new jobs. End this game.
Well, it was fun. Maybe the next job won't know about this job.
Why don't we do firewall log review? Because it should give us roughly, if the firewall logs are feeding into the sim, we should see roughly the same information, but we do get a bonus to this one.
Well, level with me. Should we try another consultant?
No. We have 4 turns left.
But some of them immediately turn over cards, and some are very high modifiers for the last 3 rolls.
That is true. It's a risk.
We are rolling like
crap. Yeah. And by the way, consultant cards actually help you with your rolls sometimes too. And Jason, are we going to let them pick the consultant? So this gets into like a consultant popularity contest.
That is correct. They can choose the modifier that they need.
It's gonna just be the end of it.
This is directly indicative of just our favorite friend that we have.
Anonymous
we don't
is like,
we don't
Anonymous
like you.
is like, call Kevin Mitnick. It's like, you can. I mean, he's got great taste in music, but
I think Kadawi needs to pick which dice we roll, though.
I agree.
I said orange last time, and we got a 4.
Purple! I am mad at that orange one.
So, are we calling a consultant?
We need someone to blame.
Let's try calling a consultant.
Yeah,
let's see what they got to say. I like consultants.
Why not?
They're nice.
The building's already on fire.
We need some leverage and synergy in this.
Ooh, a couple more buzzwords, and we're going to hit bingo.
Purple orange.
Machine learning.
Everybody should hit high numbers. No, do not click the orange one, Jason.
Just want to let you all know, if you have an unsuccessful turn again, there will be another inject card that comes in. It happens on a 1, a 20, or 3 failed rolls. Right now, you're on your 2nd failed roll. No pressure.
Do the purple.
Purple.
Come on.
Yes. With modifier.
With a modifier.
Now you get to choose which of these consultants. All of these consultants are yours. 3, you get to pick
11.
one.
All right, so let's go ahead and check out the consultants. So we're going to go up here. Right click and go to the search field. All right, so your first consultant is Dieter Smith. Goes by Smithereens. You get a +5 modifier for the next 3 turns. You have 3 turns left, by the way.
+5.
That's a lot. Huge. That's big.
You could pick George Achilles, and he would reveal your C2 and Exfil card.
Which we already have.
No, you haven't. No. You have not revealed your C2 and Exfil card. You revealed your persistence.
I thought it was traffic signaling.
Ah, that's right. It was. My bad.
Yeah.
I'm not
good
at
this.
We're
on initial access and pivot and escalate left.
I got Eric Conrad, +3 modifier for all procedure cards that have deep blue CLI for the rest of the session. You have Robert M. Lee, where all of you get to roll the dice. And then whoever has the highest roll will be the one you can choose. Lisa Torres will reveal your persistence card. Tim Medine will reveal your pivot and escalate card. Chloe will give you an extra 3 turns, which may be helpful for you because you only have 3 left. Aleth will give you your initial compromise card, and Marcus will give you a +2 modifier for the rest of the session.
And how many more rolls do they have left?
You have 3 left.
I think Tim and Chloe are looking pretty good right now. We at least need a card out of it.
Rob M. Lee is looking fantastic too.
That one by far.
We really only need 2
cards. We need 2 cards.
Out of it.
That's true, but that +5 modifier is a beast.
The +5 modifier is nice.
We also need to find out if these dices are loaded.
We all get to roll this way. It's like getting twice as many turns as there are people here.
Way more than that. Everybody gets to roll.
That's a power card.
Everyone
that card is a beast. That's why we left it for only 2 turns.
Mm-hmm.
So it pretty much guarantees you're going to win the last 2 cards. Unless you all suck at rolling, which is possible. From what I've seen here,
it's straight 4s.
Have you seen
not only are you very confident of rolling the purple or the orange dice, you've been pretty consistently wrong in that confidence. So this will help.
This will definitely help us more confident.
Yeah.
This is weird.
Okay, I'm good with that card.
Yeah, I'm totally good with that one if everyone else
wants to
win.
Yeah, let's do Robert Emily.
All right. We're going to flip that over. All right, so the way this is going to work is that we're all going to be on the honor system. And what we're going to do is, if you go to Google and type in roll D20, you can get your own D20 dice, unless you have a physical D20 dice in front of you. And then what we're going to do is when you roll the dice, you'll just let me know what your number was.
I promise to be honest. I just roll lots of 20s all the time.
Pretty much all our
winning with Google.
So one other little note here is that if one of you does roll a 20,
injection card.
An inject card does come into play.
So we want 19s. We want solid, pretty 19s.
Solid 19s.
Don't achieve too high. Just don't achieve too low.
My life motto.
All right, so we
10.
need to figure out what you want to do. You can't roll yet. We don't have a thing. we don't have a thing to roll for.
I've been clicking here to get my 19. It's just taking a minute.
Pro knows don't waste your rolls.
All right, you still have 3 turns left, 2 cards, and now you have this
keep rolling.
This Robert M. Lee. Everyone gets to roll, and you pick the highest number. But you still don't know what is your pivot and escalate card. What is your initial compromise? You do know that you have some kind of compromise going on that utilize traffic signaling and new user added. But what is the initial compromise?
This is very bad.
I think we should set up that honeypot.
No, you guys, firewall. Sim logs. Yeah. Sime logs.
I'm gonna look at the Sim for sure.
Sime sounds good to me as well. I like that.
Thank you, Richard. I knew I liked you.
I like the Sime idea as well.
All right.
Let's do the
Sim. Okay. So we're going to do the Sim. I don't have to roll. All of you will get to roll, and then please tell me what your highest or what your number is. And then
my highest number? Oh, well, hold on.
I got an 18. Unicorn die, man.
Nice.
All right. Got a 18.
Oh, I know why.
16.
No one's going to roll less than a 10. No one.
Ooh, I got a 10. That was no lie.
Someone's going to be 10? Like, well, I got 19 and a half.
Yeah. Jason, you can roll mine for me.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right, so I'm rolling Richard's.
No.
20.
Jim.
Oh, ouch. Sorry.
We don't have to go with that one, though.
Do we not? Yes, we do.
I think it's the highest roll.
The highest number.
Hey, Rob M. Lee giveth and Rob M. Lee taketh away. Like, that's just the
And
way
you
it
roll
rolls. You're going to get burned.
Yeah.
That's just the way it is.
So we debated when we created this card if they got to choose which number they wanted to use, and we're like, no, that would make this even more powerful. So, yeah. So we got a 20 from Richard. Yeah, I think that's going to be the highest number. So, well done.
We got to flip over a card. We got to do that at least.
Yeah. So with your Sim, it is a trusted relationship. That is the initial compromise.
Which actually makes sense.
Oh,
wait a minute.
Provider.
Wait a minute. We knew that already.
Yeah, we did.
Turns out the truth
provider.
The truth was inside all of us the whole time.
We didn't even need that card.
Who gave the HVAC company trust access to our network? I want all the vendor
it was supposed to be a one-way
processes under review immediately.
Yeah,
this is standard SOP.
It was supposed to be a one-way transcript.
I hope you guys do the cyber deception one with Rob M. Lee, because that's an inside joke between him and I would just laugh, but that's just me.
So let's go ahead and take a look at what your inject card is.
Oh, here it comes.
So your inject card is
Let it begin.
honeypots deployed.
Yay!
Yes. Reveal your pivot and escalate card. Holy cow! Well done. So honeypots were deployed to revealed your pivot and escalate card. That's clear text passwords in files. That's how they pivot and escalate. They found the attackers love people who share and save passwords in files everyone else can read. So that's how
you save passwords.
That's how you save passwords.
The first thing we're doing on Monday is implementing zero trust everywhere.
Oh, yeah, I agree with that.
And everybody must come to an agreement on it. So well done.
Yeah.
And that's right, Rob. They pulled your card for the active defense cyber deception one. So.
All right, so to wrap up, this is the question I always ask when I get done finishing being an incident master. Is this a plausible attack where a trusted relationship leads to a new user added, where they are able to find clear text passwords and files and use some type of traffic signaling as their C2? So that is my question to you all to finish today. Is this a plausible attack?
I think it's very plausible.
Yeah, I think a lot of it's really plausible. The only thing that I think should have popped an alert pretty quick would have been that added user. But that really just depends, right?
It was a local user.
I think it depends on the.
Yeah, it's a local user. I'll buy that, right? A local user, absolutely. A domain user, though, it's kind of an easy alert to set up, but that doesn't mean that there's not a lot of organizations that don't have it. I'm just saying, it might be the easiest one to do.
I would say that's plausible, depending on the assets that the new user they created, who I'm assuming they would have wanted to make an admin user, but that would have been pretty noisy. So if you created a basic user to kind of fly pretty low, then it just depends on the access controls and the things that user would have had access to. And is that where you found the passwords, or
sure,
what were you able to get to that furthered your escalate and your pivot?
Yeah, and I think the new user created, I would say the number of organizations that could actually detect if a new user was created as a security relevant event, you're probably talking less than half of what we see that would actually have that level of telemetry, because they bring on new people all the time, and it's one of those alerts that they just tend to start ignoring. But from a persistence perspective, staying on the network, having real user accounts, that's pretty good.
I guess one scenario too that they could have done is actually compromised a employee that creates users or has that ability to do that, and then that would make the scenario make a lot more sense, and then that would create the persistence they're looking for while not raising any flags, even if they did have some kind of alerting for that. So
yeah. And then the traffic signaling thing was kind of weird for me.
Yeah,
it didn't feel real comfortable whenever we added it into this game. But while I was going through and talking to the people at MITRE, there have been a number of different types of backdoors, even within the past few years, that have used these types of techniques. And I think it was easy to look at that and say, okay, yeah, port knocking or using IP options or those types of things. That seems, if we had backdoors like Wintini and Chaos and Umbron, I think is the name of it. So we have some examples of backdoors. But with Solar Winds, where once the malware was installed, it sent out one packet, and it was very hard to read into where in that packet did it actually trigger that the command and control was fired. I think all of a sudden now we're realizing that a lot of these attackers are really elevating their game. And this is something that organizations need to be prepared to deal with more as we move forward.
Well, thank you all for playing. And you did it in 8 turns. You started with Rita. That was unsuccessful. And that was You moved on to Firewall, where it revealed traffic signaling by accident. I should not have revealed that with Firewall. So, my bad. It's my first day. I was nervous. We're doing this live thing. You tried to call a consultant. They did not answer on the very first time you called. You tried endpoint analysis. That was successful. Revealed your persistence card. You then used user and entity behavior analytics, which rolled a 1, which was absolutely terrible, which caused an inject card to happen. And that inject card was the attackers are taunting you, which is, that's new. So the attackers taunted you.
Rub it in.
And then you moved to endpoint security protection analysis, which was also unsuccessful. Then you called another consultant. You got Robert M. Lee, who gave you the opportunity to roll all the dice. Each person gets to roll the dice and pick the highest number, which was a 20, which led to the honeypots deployed, which revealed your final card. Without that inject card, most likely you would have moved on to turn number 9, and then you still would have had to do it and find it again. So well done, everybody. Thanks for being here today. Any final comments, John, or before we head out?
I just want to say this is kind of a preview of the new Backdoors and Breaches that'll be out. in the very near future. The new update and the expansion pack is coming. I don't know exactly when it's going to be released. But one of the things I want you all to keep in mind is whenever we start getting into conferences again, if BHIS is there with the table, we're going to be giving out free copies of the core deck to people. So I know we're charging for it now because we kind of have to ship it and everything, but we can't wait until we're giving this stuff out to conference attendees by the pallet load again.
All right, thanks for joining us. If you would like to be a guest on future episodes, let us know in the Backdoors and Breaches Discord channel. You can go to discord.gg/BNB. And so you'll find the link on our Twitch channel or wherever else you know where to find us. And so if you want to be a guest on a future episode like they were today, then feel free to let us know and we'll schedule you for a future session. And with that, take us out, Ryan. Kill it. Ryan, kill it. And then let us know when it's over so I can then, do that big deep sigh and stuff.
Breathe. It'll be fine.